So here's the maple syrup Harper and I just got. Definitely made an upgrade from last year's. Here's last year's right here. And to be fair, I did a batch that was a lot better than this, but a lot darker. I thought I'd talk to you guys about the 3 main things I found for someone who's beginning in maple syrup. I really don't know much, but after 2 years, this is what I found. So the first thing I found this year for maple syrup was timing. I focused at the very beginning of when the sap started to run, and I feel like that really helped out big. It all has to do with microbes or bacteria, which kind of leads into the second thing that I found. The second thing I found was you don't need to have a huge batch. So I just kind of leave this at the tree because I'm pretty remote off grid out here. Just kind of fill this up as I go. And at first I thought I needed that thing full because, you know, maple syrup's 40 to 1. Well, you don't need to do it that way. If you can even come up with a couple jars, do it, because the longer you let it sit, even something like this, I try to keep in the shade with snow around it. The longer you let it sit, the more microbes and bacteria grow, which then makes your maple syrup darker because they eat on the sugar inside the sap. Ask a scientist or read more if you want to learn more into that. That is something I definitely struggled with the first year around. I had to have all this sap, when in reality, if I had, you know, 10 gallons worth or 20 gallons worth, that was plenty to get started. Lastly, I cook on an open flame. You know, like I said, I'm doing this very simple. And with that, the wood burning and all that, and watching the boil, I feel that a lot of ash gets into the sap, and then that might cause it to get darker. So I really focused on straining as I was going. Cheesecloth, I used that this year, and I think that really helped get some of those minute particles out, and I did that a bunch of times. So those are the 3 steps. Other than that, it's pretty simple. You stick a hole in a tree and make sure you can collect it, the water that it produces naturally on its own. So there's not much to it, but if you wanted to watch some of the process I do out here, you can watch the rest of the video. Yeah, this was all footage from the first year, so now I'm finally getting around making this video because I've done it for 2 years and feel like I know a little bit more. So thanks for watching. Harper and I are gonna try our luck at tapping maple syrup this year. There's a couple maples way back, you know, probably a quarter-mile back. So we're gonna go back there and see if we can't find them. I went pretty minimal. Just got 3 taps. Found these here at the cabin. Got the right drill bit. Marked it for 2 inches because I think that's how deep you're supposed to drill into the tree. And then got a hydrometer, which we'll use if we're successful in getting any maple syrup. So I have a buddy down in the Twin Cities who lives for maple syrup. He has a big operation down there, makes a ton of maple syrup every year, and he's gave me a couple pointers throughout. And instead of drilling in completely flat, he says he's supposed to do it at a little bit of an angle. So we'll start with that. Oh yeah, I can already see the moisture coming out of that. Hoo hoo hoo! I think this is gonna work. Look at that. Oh yeah. And it tastes sweet too. Let that one sit for 24 hours and we're getting some. How is it?
Needs a boil.
Start with that boiling, you think?
Get it up to that line.
Rough life. You ready to get out of here? Well, that's what I was left with. It's very, very, very dark, but tastes great.